Column chromatography. In this column is used as stationary phase. Here we are taking the column. It is made up of glass or stainless steel. In the column we are filling with the stationary phase either in the form of solid or liquid. Top of the column we are placing a mobile phase chamber. From this mobile phase chamber, the mobile phase is continuously flowing over the column. Top of the column, at the stationary phase, we are placing a mixture of components. The stationary phase is solid and the mobile phase is liquid. We are calling this column adsorption chromatography. The stationary phase and the mobile phase both are liquid. We are calling it column partition chromatography. So, when we are giving continuously the flow of mobile phase onto the stationary phase, that time the mixture of components are separated as a zone. Each zone is collected as a fraction. The requirements to perform a column chromatography is: first one is column. The column is either made up of metal glass and stainless steel. The column dimension generally we are using for are 30:1 to 10:1 ratio. For effective separation we are using 100:1 ratio. The length of column mainly depending upon the number of components we are separating, affinity of the components towards the stationary phase, type of adsorbent, quantity of the sample we are estimating. The better separation. Preparation of column. For packing of columns we are using two methods. First one is dry filling method or packing method. Second one is wet filling method or packing method. In dry packing method we are taking the column. In the column we are giving a dry absorbent materials we are giving. After filling the dry absorbent material, a continuous flow of mobile phase will attain a equilibrium. In wet filling method we have taken glass tube. In this glass tube we are filling the mobile phase and mix it with the stationary phase and make a slurry. This slurry is now filled in the column. In dry filling method or packing method, dry absorbent is used to pour the column directly until equilibrium is reached. The demerits or air bubble impact when cracks appears in the absorbent. The filling of the columns. We are having the wet filling is there. In this wet filling already we have know that we have pre-mixed with the solvent mobile phase with the solid, and then we have to make a slurry. The slurry may be introduced into the column. In this we are not getting any air bubble entrapment or cracks cannot be appeared in this technique. During this technique the soaking of mobile phase with the stationary phase for a overnight should be required. So the wet filling method is the good method compared to the dry packing method. Different types of adsorbents used in the packing into the column. We have three types: are there weak adsorbents, medium adsorbents, strong adsorbents. Weak adsorbents like sucrose, starch, inulin, talc, sodium carbonate we are using. Medium like calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide we are using. For strong we are using silica gel, activated aluminum, activated charcoal, activated magnesia. The mobile phase is a mixture of solvents or a pure single solvent we are using. It is act as a solvent or as a developer as a LUN. The most common used mobile phase is the polarity increasing order is catheter, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, diethyl ether, acetone, benzene, toluene, ethyl acetate, water, pyridine, acetic acid, etc. A single solvent or a mixture of solvents we are using as a mobile phase. Next is application of the sample. Here we are having two methods: wet application method, dry loading method. In wet application method, a sample is dissolved in a few ml of mobile phase and the solution is then placed onto the column by using the pipette. It is a very good method. In dry loading, sample solution is made by dissolving the absorbent in the volatile solvent. Then we can keep it aside. That time what happened, the volatile solvent will be evaporated, only dry sample will be present. For development of zones we are using mobile phase as a LUN. The solvent used for separation is called as eluent. The separated compounds are called as eluate. This process is called elution. Here we have two types of elution. First one is isocratic elution, where we are using the same mobile phase having same polarity from starting to ending of the separation. In gradient elution technique, gradually we are increasing the polarity of the mobile phase by increasing the proportion of the more polar atoms. Detection techniques: colored compounds detected visually, non-colored compounds detected by following methods like UV visual spectroscopy method, fluorescent indicator method, by using ionization indicator, by monitoring fractions of PLC. Recovery of the components can done by cutting the zones from the column by using a plunger. That is the earlier technique. Nowadays we are recovering the samples by elution process. Here the solvent we are using to collect each and every separated compounds in different fractions with the equal value or non-equal values. They can also be collected on time basis with the interval times. Detection of required fractions is performed by the mentioned above techniques.